Well, hello, route runners. Today we're going to talk about inventory management. I'm going to give you a kind of short thing about inventory management. I mean, look, this has been a really treat for me to share some of this distributing business with you all. Um, for all you that do not know, my name is Kirkland. My business is Stewart Snacks. So, hey, you route runners out there, a quick question. Are you losing money on expired product and missing sales because you're out of stock? If you answer that yes, then guess what? Your inventory management needs some work. And I understand that. I understand that. Just give me a few minutes to help you to get a better detail of information that I can be able to deliver to you to help you along the way. So I'm going to share three strategies that keep my route profitable and my customers happy. So I'm hoping these big three strategies can help you along the way. The first strategy that I want to talk about is know your ABC product. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. A, B, C. Yeah, so just trying to get you, just make sure you're paying attention. So, okay, let's classify uh, your product into A, B, and C category. Let's do that. Okay. Uh, your money making product that I want to talk about. That's going to be to define that first strategy is the things that we need to have in these first things. One, we need to the money that we have, this money makers. These represents probably 80% of your sales. You don't never want to run out of them because sometimes we got some good big sales that we have a product that can sell really well. I mean, it goes out the door. Then you just don't want to run out of there. So that's going to be my strategy for that is don't run out of that. Your first strategy, and another one is product again that we're going to talk about is your steady sales, the ones that are maybe your specialty stuff, things that keep that you have to keep a moderate stock on. And then you have some that are slow motion products that you don't, that kind of, I call them samplers and testers that you're trying to fill in new items that you're trying to push into these strategies. We need to keep a handle on these things here. And so that, and then some of them you may have problems with issue with finance money because it takes a little money to deal with all this. But I'm trying to talk to most of the audience, the ones that are trying or have already have money or just got started and trying to turn over compound interest your money. Okay, this simple rule is heavy on A, moderate on B's, and light on C's. I mean, it's really simple. This keeps your cash flow and reduces waste because we always have problem with waste, man. Waste all the time, and I'm trying to help you in this strategy to not to keep these heavy as your A that I talked about, 80%. Then you got your 20 and maybe 5 to 10% B and C product that you need to just hold on to have it just in case some things get rugged and that you can always have a steady thing. Okay, let's talk about um, strategy two. That was one. One thing we need to try to keep your inventory. That's one thing that I was talking about. One thing I want to talk about is the second strategy is first in, first out rotation. Who ever heard that? Have you ever heard of that? Have you ever heard of first in, first out rotation? It's a system that, as being a distributor, that we take in under our arms and we carry that with us. It's when you are restocking your product. So when you're restocking your product, you go to the back. Old product stays in front. Then you check your expiration dates weekly, and product close to expire offer a small discount rather than throwing them things away. So a lot of times you have to go down, just run a sale or a special on them things, and so you can be able to not lose that product. And so I'm trying to help you to control your inventory management. Is to manage it better, because that's what we all have a problem with in doing these things with uh, inventory with distributors. We have a problem with that. Also, I want to teach you some smarter restocking things. This is strategy number 3. Know your reordering points for each product. Set a minimum quantity that triggers a reorder. So one thing that we want to do is not over order, and so that causes you to do things. You don't have to hold on to this product if you're not going to sell it. You want to keep it unless you're working with a manufacturer that can help you out on these things. But if you're not, then guess what? You're going to end up with stale stuff, especially if you ain't got the stores to push that stuff in. So I want to help you out. Let's factor in your delivery time, and if your suppliers take 3 days and you sell cases daily, reordering and stuff like that. So if your supplier that you manufacture or your supplier, however you want to say, if they are letting you order, most of my ones I actually order once a week on all of my products that I get in. Mine's come in once a week. Some of them I have 3 weeks. Some of them I have 2 weeks. So my 80% one is the one that I am turning over real fast, real fast. I mean, really, really fast. And so these are things that you have to. Also, another thing is temperature control. I want to give you some tips on that. This is a bonus tip on this. You have to, if you got sensitive product, you can't keep it in certain warehouses. You have to keep it in a certain temperature where it's cooler. So I hope some of you newbies know that. Some of you new ones may not know that. And we do have a lot of common mistakes that we do make in being a distributor. Some things I have learned. 3 mistakes that kill our profit. Buying too much because of a good deal, and if it doesn't sell, it's not a deal because you just lost money. So we think it's a deal. If you ain't got nowhere to sell it, I wouldn't. Even if it is a good deal, don't get it because you're gonna lose money, and the money that you made, you're gonna lose it. And not tracking what customers actually want versus what you think they want. So that these are 3 mistakes that we have problem with. You have to understand your customers and what they want. Even what stores, you understand what places, because sometimes you have different locations, different places where they sell better than others. And letting damaged or expired product pile up instead of processing returns immediately. So these are different things you do. Is I would, for to help out with that thing that I talked about early, is run sales on some of that stuff. To just sell it and just get rid of it, or unless you know somebody that you can get rid of it, or some type of wholesale store, and you can get, at least you get some of your money back. Okay, so that inventory management that actually works. Which strategies do you need to imply first? Just tell me something. Drop a comment and tell me which ones you think that should actually apply first in your inventory. So just drop it in the comment of what you think. And if this is helping your route game, hit the like button. I'm just asking you to subscribe, and for more practice and distribution tips, I'm posting new content every week to help you build a profitable business. This is what I'm here for, and this is what I'm doing. I'm trying to help you guys along the way, or girls, because we got a lot of distributor women. They are really good. They're consistent. I like the women that are out there humping out here in the heat and the sun. And one thing I have understood, that in Louisiana, you better keep a towel, because man, it be hot. It gets hot in Louisiana, and you may be in California or other states and Arizona where it's really hot too. So I'm just asking you to just take some of these strategies that A and B, C that I talked about, take some of the bonus tips that I've talked about, just go back and rewind some of the things that I talked about and try not to make a common mistakes that I talked about. Buying too much because it's a good deal and not tracking what your customers want and just letting stuff damage out. And especially if you got a supplier or manufacturer that can be able to give you some of them. Some of them will give you 30 days when you first start out to help you along the way. So thank you all for taking time out. Take time to like and subscribe. Hey, look, wait for the next video I'm getting ready to come out. Take time to subscribe and so you can see what's going on. Thank you. You all have a good day. Bye-bye.